Can I kick it? Yes, you can. 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 Can I kick it?
And then Brent told me about that time in the car when it got a little weird, and
then he said, "Hey, well, that's why I don't eat tuna fish."
Amen, brother. Amen. And we're back. It's the 8 o'clock hour of games from week 1. Let me.
I'm still a little rattled from that tuna fish story.
We'll start it off with a team and a country I love and captain along with Miss Cook. We faced off against Beast Mode, so we had our Moreheart Keith against his brother Jeff, who of course is the captain of Beast Mode. In a game, Keith also facing off against his wife, Tiffany Moreheart, on that Beast Mode team. So, a lot of family ties.
This is like the third relationship that's been going against each other so far.
Yeah, and that's what I love about the Summer League, too. People that otherwise are with one another, but now they're splitting up. They're fighting. I can only hope a divorce will come out of this summer. Not for Keith and Tiffany, mind you.
No,
but
they're celebrating their 5th. Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations. Happy anniversary to you guys.
Yeah, go see Ted or something.
Again.
That's what I would do.
Yeah,
But I'm a romantic, so that's just me. About the game. Of course, I was there with America. Beast Mode, they've got a lot of new players to the league that Jeff has brought in. Some athletes out there, but they have several kickball veterans. Actually, I didn't even realize they had that many veterans on the team. I think I looked at an early roster for them.
A lot of ball sacks.
A lot of balls.
No, there are actually more girls on that team than there are guys. Yeah! Set up, spike. But America, I can speak for our team. A 2-0 game, of course, a lot of defense. Beast Mode was really able to lock it down. Jeff out there on the mound, I think an improved pitcher.
How did he do his pitching? Because he's mostly catching, right?
Right, but they have Mr. Kevin Bell, a teammate of mine in the other seasons, behind the plate now. So Jeff on the mound. Pitched pretty well. He's got a lot of speed on his pitch now. So once again, not a lot of offense here. I'll give shout-outs for our squad. I know Julie Kittleson kicked in that second, sort of insurance run. Brought Kim Merritt around from second, and I was there coaching third, giving him this, and I don't think he looked at me 1 second.
He said, I know what I need to do. I've been playing this game for 20 years.
I think he might have actually given me the finger as he went by. Said, don't ever try and coach me again. I was defending freedom on the high seas when you were just a glint in your father's eye.
Sage, silver bush, instinct, just kicking in right there.
Yeah, the silver bullet he was the other night coming around.
The new moniker, I like that.
Yeah, he's like the Gandalf of the Patriot League.
Out there when he's charging, it's just you shall not pass!
No!
Oh man, I love it when we get Lord of the Rings references into this podcast.
I've only seen one video of those, so it's always good when I can throw it in there. But let me ask you real quick. Because this is another team that wasn't a part of the draft league, or the draft that we had. This is a team that was formed together with players in mind. Jeff bringing a lot of people over from Jungle Gym that he works out with every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So if you're looking to get in shape, join Jungle Gym.
Absolutely.
But let me ask you, because you had first...
Or go with me to McDonald's after this podcast.
Yeah, you can do one or the other. But, looking at Beast Mode, you saw firsthand, what was probably the best thing that stood out quality-wise with Beast Mode? What was one thing that you could see from that team that's really going to carry them through the rest of the season?
All right, to answer your question, Mr. Wellbrock, about the Beast Mode, I was impressed by the fact that they have so many new players Yet they seem to have a good game plan, which is a testament to not only their captain but some experienced players they have out there. The Andersons, been playing for a long time, both quality kickballers. Brandon Silver out there, my man KB I mentioned before. Mm-hmm. Don't let him fool you with his quiet, calm demeanor. But they knew what they were going to do. They came out and executed well on defense. And I guess it was just a day where our defense was, I think I can objectively say, better. We were crisp everywhere we needed to be. But that's what I'd say about Beast Mode. Athletic and more of the two form teams. They've got it together and they know what they're doing. They have a battle plan and they come out and execute.
I know for the next 2 weeks we got Beast Mode going against Crushing on You, Flock of Flame, and Mean Green Machine. So over/under for the season, Beast Mode, 2 wins.
Are we going there right now?
Just over/under. It's just over/under. Well, I'm not predicting next week's game, but just for the season, over/under, 2 wins for Beast Mode, being a newly formed team.
I'll push.
Push.
2 wins.
Taking the easy way out. Pena. Over/under, 2 wins for Beast Mode.
I'm gonna go with 2 wins.
So another push.
I think because the other win will, not the other one. Their first win will probably come against Flocka.
Yeah.
And who are they playing next? Let's see. They're playing Crushing on You. Man, Crushing on You. If they keep it together, they could pull out the victory. But if they have some sort of implosion, you could see Beast Mode capitalizing on that. But I'll give them 2 wins this little short season.
I'll tell you what, I'm going over 2 wins for Beast Mode. And I'll tell you why, because they're representing the Gangsta Blue. My Dark Horse team of the spring is now going to be my Dark Horse team of the Summer Patriot League.
Speaking of
Beast
cop-outs,
Mode, 3 wins this season. Don't let me down, Jeff.
Hey, I guess you two get to talk about your team again and, maybe jerk each other off a little bit under the table.
No.
Yeah, well, all right, we'll keep that off camera. Fine. I was just trying to, I wanted to make it a little more dangerous over here. I want that excitement that we've been missing. But sorry, Ivan Dragos, finishing off their doubleheader, a 3-2 win over the Mean Green Machine. 2 impressive wins. Y'all tell us how to go down.
Well, this is another close game. Oh, man. Because when you're looking over the sideline, you had George, Adam Henry, Kim Morgan, Dom. I mean, you saw them come over from the field and like, man, we're going to have a huge test on our hands. And, this was a little bit closer than the game that we had against Crushing on You. It was really tight. Damn. But it was who was coming down to making the least amount of mistakes. And when you have these teams formed and you haven't gelled yet and you don't know exactly, because a lot of teams have been playing for 3, 4, 5 seasons, you really got to limit the mistakes. And I feel like we limited our mistakes more than what Mean Green Machine did. George was throwing a fantastic ball in this game, and he was pitching lights out, and the whole team was playing great, but there's just a couple of things that kind of got in their way, and I'm not going to throw out names, but we had one incident where there was a leadoff runner, and he was ruled out, and the home plate ref decided that it wasn't intentional, that wasn't his intent, as you guys might watch this and laugh at that comment. But what it did was it put him back on base, and it really didn't result into 2-0. No runs were scored from it or anything like that. But it really got into Mean Green Machine's head, and they wouldn't let it go. And they were still debating about it for an inning on the field. And what happened was there's a blooper kick, and it goes between a person's legs that was debating about the call for that inning. And so you just really got to understand that, hey, the refs do what they do, whether it's for you or against you, you got to let it go. Because I really feel like that, after that call, it got into their heads for the rest of the game. And in my opinion, there was no chance that they were going to dig themselves out of it.
Well, I can speak for that anonymous player that that player was not really aware of the rule, and there was no intention of like trying to steal a base or anything like that. The base runner was quickly
I think someone would have noticed if you tried to steal a base.
Yeah.
The first base coach quickly made the base runner aware of the do not step off the base, and as soon as that runner stepped back on the base, first base ref said out, and then that's where the whole debacle started.
Yeah.
But it was a learning experience nonetheless for that base runner, and he will not be making that mistake again. But let's not take anything away at all from Mean Green Machine. They played a great game.
They played great.
They came out very tough. The Dragos, we were up, 3-4 runs, and they came back.
You're up 4 runs in a 3-2 game?
Or, I'm sorry, doubleheader that night. I'm losing count of.
It's getting mixed together here.
I'm sorry.
I teach math.
But yeah.
Right?
And JP.
I talk good English.
PJ over there at first making some outstanding catches. And a lot of calls could go either way, split second thing. So it could have been anybody's game. And I'll tell you what, because they had people on bases, Adam Henry comes up to kick, and I look Adam Henry in the eyes, I'm going to throw you the fucking sauce. And he laid one just a line drive into the outfield. Man, I thought it was done. But Jesse Rogers from Ivan Dragos, a new face to me and probably to most
New face to Waka.
New face to Waka has been playing great, man. Came out there and made a sliding catch to save my ass. And, if that hit the ground, this could be a totally different conversation that we're having.
Mean Green could have walked away with that win because bases were loaded,
Yeah.
My hat is tipped off to you, Jesse Rogers. You saved that game for us. We didn't have to go out and finish the inning. The game was done right there. Dragos were able to walk off the field with 2 wins under their belt opening night. Hey, I'm happy with that.
Yeah. If you can
that's the most amount. That's the most games I won last season on the foul ball. So I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Also in the first 2 games of the season, though. So
Absolutely. So
curb your enthusiasm.
I like to imagine that.
I'm confident in my team, but
I like to imagine that Pena is a catalyst for all of these wins. I mean, you did foul ball wins, now Ivan Dragos wins. There's something magical in and the pheromones that you're giving off on that field that allows us to reach that success.
Another team that had a doubleheader. Wednesday night, the Flock of Flame. Daggone schedule makers out there.
When it rains, it pours.
Yeah.
Welcome to Waka. How you doing?
No, I mean I wouldn't say welcome to Waka.
Mr. Wentworth.
They're a good team. They signed up, and then we're glad to have them, and so out there and have fun, guys.
Is he like? It's like Brent if he surfed. That's my impression.
Spicoli Wentworth.
Yeah. Ordering a pizza in class.
My dad's got some tools. They played just for kicks in the second game. Improved on the outcome from the first game. This was only a 13-0 victory for the Dead Kennedys, who of course aren't the Freedsters of the past, but they still got the Freed at the helm.
Got the name, got the trademark.
You know what? Courtney Eford, you're now E-Freed for the rest of this season.
No, they play Wrecking Balls.
Nope, you're an idiot.
I'm sorry, I am an idiot.
Thank you.
Don't trust computers. That's what happened with Skynet.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I mean, don't Google, it'll become self-aware, and then,
I was Googling myself over here.
Katie bar the door. God, I Googled the shit out of myself today. Anyway.
But I don't know who pissed off Keith on Flocka to have them play Wrecking Balls and then JFK in a doubleheader in their first week.
That is a tough team to... Those guys were they were right in there with the championship. Well, not that same team, but more or less, they've got a lot of good players on that team that... going up against Flock of Flame, new to the league,
Yeah.
Like I said, welcome to Waka, man.
Welcome to Waka.
Yeah, that's a team of entirely comprised of veterans. Several seasons for some. I see only 1 or 2 who've got 1 Waka season under their belt, so, that's sort of what you expect from an extremely veteran team. I hadn't really paid that much attention to their lineup before, but now I see that.
Their pitcher's terrible.
Well, yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Well, you know, yeah, I'm just out there doing my bit.
I wouldn't say that I'm completely terrible.
I did. I made 13
This feels so much better because I remember when y'all did
five times.
5 times.
5 times.
Wentworth
5
Trophy
times.
winner. Like he smokes all these cigarettes or something. Like what is that impression? But it's so fun to finally be able to do this because I remember y'all were just ragging the shit out of me when I wasn't here for the podcast, and it's good to give it to Brent while he's up there in D.C.
And this is why I never miss a week.
Oh, we would light it up, man.
Anyway, that's finished off week 1.
7 o'clock.
You know.
Yeah, that is week 1. Man, I am a retard.
God,
see, I don't do this very much.
Oh.
Thank God I have these two
Get
guys
over there.
He does all the editing and everything.
Right.
I mean, if you want to put a face to the name, this is the man that gets this shit edited and put out for you guys. So
If you want to put a face to
There's
the name,
a reason I'm
hit me
behind
up.
the camera. Yes, yes, yes.
Anyway, hey, let's look forward to week 2. I'm sure the action will be just as hot and maybe even sweatier.
Oof.
So we'll come back. I think we're going to do some gambling lines because why? The FUCK not.
heard
It's
that?
kickball.
Woo!
I guess, right? I don't know.
I don't know. I lost the worst bet of my life one time. I was down in Tijuana with these